welcome once again to another one of the Battlefield Play4Free commentaries. Of course, in this specific one, I will actually be going over the Karkand Rush map, which is newly released in Battlefield Play4Free. So before I get started, let's give a couple of shoutouts. First shoutout goes to Non-DJ Master for actually leaving a comment on my YouTube channel. And the next shoutout goes to Patronsky for actually sending me a Facebook message. Okie dokie, with that being said, let's get started on the Karkand Rush commentary. One of the very first things that people will notice with the Karkand Rush map is the fact that it's set at dusk time, or close to nighttime, so that's one of the first big refreshing changes for the Karkand map. The Karkand Rush map also brings with it a few minor additions to the map in creating more cover points around or between each rush site to generate a fully new experience for this map, such as additional crates, wreckage, and even some craters in the road. The first two sets of MCOMs are located between the assault modes A and B capture points. The A MCOM is located at the front of the lonely 3-story building at B capture point, and the B MCOM is located in between the long roadway and B courtyard area. The types of cover you have around the A MCOM is cargo crates, large cargo bags, and the wreckage of an Abrams tank, which tends to make the A MCOM promote more medium to close range combat. The B MCOM is lacking in cover to promote more long range engagements for snipers by only having large cargo bags and cargo crates, making the B MCOM station harder to arm out of the two because of this. So as an advanced tactic, arm the MCOM station looking down, so that way you're not an easy target to get a headshot on. Be careful using this tactic though, because you can't obviously see anyone heading in your direction while doing this. The second set of MCOM stations are located at the Assault's D flag area and at the open road near the Assault mode's Russian spawn. Just because of the location of both the MCOMs, the combat engagements at this set promotes more medium to longer range engagements with little close quarters combat. The A MCOM is located at the Assault mode's D flag area near the flight of steps and D building spawn area. One of the noticeable additions to this area is the crater in the road with the car wreckage propped up just right for interesting and war-torn cover, which is a nice touch. Because I feel without that being there, the area could have been a little too one-sided. At the A MCOM station, the cover consists of a couple of brick barricades, few cargo crates, and some large cargo bags. But your major source of cover from the sniper fire is the Assault mode's D spawn building, making this MCOM not so difficult to plan. The B MCOM station is located towards the Assault mode's RU starting spawn point. This MCOM is a very similar combat situation like the first B MCOM, promoting longer range engagements just with a little less cover making your way to the MCOM itself. This B MCOM has very little cover when arming, so you would have to rely on the help of your teammates for suppressive fire to get it armed, making the B MCOM station in the second set very difficult to get past out of the two. For those of you interested in the setup I'm using for this video, it's the M82A3 with Predator barrel, casket mags, and Thunderbolt stock with the ballistic range A scope. With this setup on this sniper, I wanted to minimalize the need to reload with adding additional bullets per magazine because the wait between shots was already a time killer to begin with. And the big help was with the range A scope because due to the really dark nature of this map, it was really hard finding the crosshair on the standard scope. So this scope was perfect for this map, along with the variable zoom being an even bigger help for those farther range shots when I needed to make them. The types of ground vehicles you can use on this map are the HMMWV and GAZ-9373 Vodnik transport vehicles, the LAV-25 and the BTR-90 APCs, along with the M1A2 Abrams and T-90 tanks. Once you get past the second set of MCOMs, the UH-60 Blackhawk is at your disposal as an air transport vehicle to use, which is a first in the entire history and existence of the Karkand map being in the Battlefield universe, which is pretty cool because it brings a refreshing new twist to this map without overdoing it or killing what the Karkand map is all about. The third set of MCOMs are where you're introduced to a new area outside of the Assault game mode. Both these MCOM stations are located across the water on the peninsula on the other side. The B MCOM is located at the outside of a factory workyard. This area is pretty open, but focuses a little more on ambushing and medium range combat, due to the large amount of hiding spots around the MCOM, but no cover at the MCOM station itself. The MCOM station is located on the outside of a factory behind a metal plated fence, with a small work shack and a few silos near it. This MCOM station is more suited for close quarters combat due to how closed off the MCOM station is. Due to this, the MCOM station of the 3rd set is very difficult to arm and to cover due to how hectic it can really be in this area, so it's best to have a bunch of medics at the ready for quick revives. As a side note, the Karkand Rush map is essentially a remade Karkand map, so none of the additions or variations will appear in the Karkand Assault variant of the map. The only negative thing I can say about the map is at certain times the map does seem to be a bit more graphic intensive due to the possible draw distance and reworking of the map itself, so it causes some serious frame rate issues at times, but are pretty short-lived. So I feel that a few kinks need to be worked out there from this map. The 4th and final set of MCOMs are further in on the newly traveled peninsula. The MCOM station is located inside of a fairly large warehouse near what would be called a UAV commander station if we were playing Battlefield 2. This MCOM station is geared towards medium to close range ambushing due to the cover being all around the MCOM station inside this warehouse, but none at the MCOM station itself. The final MCOM station is located inside a small open building towards the large main factory in the distance. This MCOM station promotes very closed-off close quarters combat with minimal hiding room. Essentially, this last area is more like a fun house than anything because once you're inside, you pretty much don't know what to expect. However, if one is a recon, they can simply toss their motion sensor and pretty much cover the entire B area to reveal the location of any enemies. While both these final MCOMs can be pretty hard to arm, the B MCOM is probably the worst due to how close it is to the defending team's standard respawn point. All in all, the Karkand Rush map is very fun and a really original variant of Karkand in its own right, with it being well balanced for both sides. The dust setting is a nice added effect and brings another refreshing feel to a very loved map throughout Battlefield history in general. Even with the addition of the Black Hawk transport chopper, Karkand still feels like it should with this added twist, and should definitely be a mainstay. Alrighty guys, with that being said, that's all I have for the Karkand Rush commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.